Northeastern's next game will be Friday against THS.
Hello, this is Mike Fay with Calvin Castine, and we're at Northeastern Clinton Central School for CVAC girls varsity basketball action between the visiting Tupper Lake Lumberjacks and the Northeastern Clinton Cougars. Introducing the visiting team, number 11, Richard Hayes. Number 35, Wendy Bechant. 00, Vicki Kennedy. Vicki Goldman, number 50. Number 33, Brooke Arsenault. 45, Michelle Fortier. And the starting lineup.
At guard, number 24, Faith Bador.
24, Faith Bador.
At guard, number 52, Melissa Malerba.
52, Melissa Malerba.
At center, number 43, Andre Damaris.
43, Andre Damaris.
At forward, number 55, Jen Bechant.
55, Jennifer Bechant.
And at forward, number 44, Melissa
Number 44, Melissa Leonard. The Lady Jacks are coached by Maynard Perosa, assisted by Dan Striney. For Northeastern Clinton, number 15, Debbie Tremblay.
Number 45, Lisa Marlowe.
45, Lisa Marlowe.
Number 41, Erin Gadway.
41, Erin Gadway.
Number 25, Heather Desereau.
Number 25, Heather Desereau. Number 13, Hillary Tremblay.
And now for the starting lineup. At guard, number 11, Stacy Miller.
Number 11, Stacy Miller.
At guard, number 23, Sarah Bayshard.
23, Sarah Bayshard.
At guard, number 21, Jeanette Fay.
21, Jeanette Fay.
At forward, number 24, Karen Weierstall.
24, Karen Weierstall. And number 22, Sarah Bushy. Cougars are coached by Andy Landry, assisted by Norm Bono. Manager is Erica LaFountain. Also, Rocket Rivard is over there, assisting Andy Landry. Erica LaFountain is the manager. Scorekeeper is Paul Cross. On the scoreboard is Donna Dragoon, and the shot clock is Donald Moose Misek. Fine job done by Jess Blaine. Referees for tonight's contest, John Roskovich and Gary Butler. We'll see. And we'll see how Northeastern responds to the loss last night. A tough loss, one of the first, well actually the first CVAC loss that Northeastern has had in well over a year. They went undefeated last year, winning the CVAC and all the other championships that go with it. But last night they were defeated by the Peru Indians, and I should say soundly defeated because they were soundly defeated because the Indians at one time last night they ended up winning by I think 8 points, but at one time they were up by as many as I believe 14 or 15 points. Faye comes up with the rebound. So Northeastern definitely wants to get themselves back into the winning mode. Miller slaps the ball away. Nice steal by Stacy Miller, and the Lumberjacks get it right back, taken by Bechant. Shot taken, Fay with the rebound. Last shot taken by Melissa Malerba. Passed over for Bayshard. Nice rebound by Wirestall. Miller comes away with the loose ball. Northeastern early in this contest seems to be testing their outside shooting. 3 straight outside shots. Back to Fay, cross court over for Bayshard. Bayshard with the shot off the back of the rim and rebounded by Leonard. Leonard down for Bachant. Bachant stops and pops, it's in. Timeout called by the Lady Cougars. Fay appears to be injured, holding her left wrist. And with 6:30 remaining in this first period, it's 2-2. And Fay is out, and she's replaced by Hillary Tremblay. We'll try and get an update. Perfect pass underneath to Wirestall from Bushy, and Wirestall with her first 2 points of the game. Fay getting her hand taped. We're not sure yet if it's a sprain type injury, a pull, or a cut. It appears to be a cut, though. She appears to be ready to come back in. The Jacks with possession. Bador drives baseline, almost steps out of bounds, and is called for the travel. We were discussing before the game how it must be really tough to be a Tupper Lake fan or a student, because every game you go to is an away game with a capital A. The closest as Wirestall goes up, short, rebounded by Damaris, and outlet quickly to Malerba. Malerba to Bador. I think the closest team to the Lumberjacks would probably be Saranac Lake, and that's still 30 miles away, so they've got quite a distance to travel every game. Into the paint, shot up off the front of the rim, and the loose ball picked up by Bushy. Bushy over for Miller. Pass a little bit behind her, gets it right back to Bushy with a jump shot, in and out. And rebounded by Damaris. Outlet to Bador. Out of bounds, and it's off Miller. And the Lady Jacks will keep possession. Now Bador brings it back for Tupper Lake. A nice move, gets it underneath. Goldman appeared a little bit surprised and just kicked it right back out again. Now finally Bachant back to Bador. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tupper having a difficult time, stolen by Wirestall. Beautiful pass underneath for Miller, and Miller's got her first 2 points. A steal and an assist to Wirestall, and Miller with 2. It's 6-2 Northeastern. Coming down to 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Bador to Malerba. Now Bachant at the foul line. Damaris. Northeastern defense really holding them off. Rebounded nicely by Tremblay. And she'll come straight back for Northeastern. Wirestall open underneath, drives, short off the rim, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, and it's good. Karen Wirestall now with 4 points. And it's a 6-point Northeastern lead, 8-2, with 3:30 remaining. Bador shoots off the back of the rim, rebounded by Bushy, and it's a 4-on-1, passed up for Tremblay, up and in. Hillary Tremblay with her first 2 points, and timeout is called by the Lumberjacks with an 8-point lead. Northeastern 10-2, 3:17 remaining in the first. After that timeout, Tupper Lake with possession. Jeanette Fay back into the game for Northeastern. You can see her left hand is taped up. Bedore with the ball.
Pedro Desero also in for the Cougars.
That's correct. In fact, I'll go over. Let's see. I didn't see all the replacements. Northeastern going with Tremblay, Fay, Desero, Bushy, and Bayshard. And the Lumberjacks with Bedore, Bachant, Damaris, Malerba, and Leonard. Into the center for Bushy, and a jump ball called. And the Jacks will get it back. Bedore over for Bachant. Passed into the center. Tremblay with a beautiful steal, but Bedore gets it right back. Fay re-steals it. Over for Bushy. Bushy with some room. Tries to dish off to Tremblay, and she's fouled. Right from the mid-court, right from half-court, that play after Tremblay's steal. And Bedore got it back, and then Fay took it from Bedore. It seemed that that play was just a little off balance. Number 11, Bridget Hayes coming in for the Lumberjacks. And Bushy riding in, dished it off to Tremblay, who just makes the first of two. Just a little off balance, and it turned into a foul. Rebounded by Bushy, right back up and in. Sarah Bushy with her first 2 points. And that foul was called on Faith Bedore, her first and the team's first. And with 2:21 remaining, there is one foul been called in this game so far, and a lot different than last night. Stolen by Bushy, up for Bayshard, stolen right back by Malerba. Fay could have been called for a foul there, a little body contact. Hayes over for Malerba. Back to Hayes. Slapped out of her hand by Bayshard. Bayshard comes away with the ball. It's a 3-0 pass down for Bushy. Over her head, out of bounds, and the Lumberjacks will get it back. Bayshard out, and she's replaced by Lisa Marlowe. And Debbie Tremblay in, and she replaces Sarah Bushy. Hayes. 13-2 is our score. Northeastern with a big 11-point lead. Another attempt. Tremblay from behind gets called for her first personal foul. Bachant inbounds quickly right underneath the basket. Who wants it? And the basket is good by Jennifer Bachant. And she's fouled. That foul on Hillary Tremblay, that's her first and the team's second. Basket is good, and Bachant has all 5 of the Tupper Lake points. 13-5 is our score. 1:30 remaining in this first. And Marlowe over to Fay. Fay drives, dishes off to Tremblay. It's partially blocked. Fay comes away with the ball, and a jump ball is called. Northeastern will keep it. And 0-0. Vicki Kennedy into the game for the Lady Jacks. Fay inbounds to Tremblay. Short. Marlowe with the rebounds. Tapped out for Hayes. Hayes too far for Malerba, and Northeastern will get it back. Fay for Northeastern. Over for Tremblay. Tremblay back to Fay. Now Marlowe. Marlowe back to Fay. Now Tremblay. Desero, Fay, Marlowe, and over for Tremblay. Tremblay underneath, and it's good. Debbie Tremblay, nice passing by the Lady Cougars. Hayes for Tupper Lake. Bounce pass to Kennedy. Into the corner for Malerba. Back to Hayes, through her fingertips, stolen by Fay. And too hard off the glass, and she's fouled. Hayes with her first personal foul, and the team's second, and Jeanette Fay will go to the line to shoot 2. First one is good. Fay now with 3 points. Second one is good. 4 points for Jeanette Fay, and it's a 17-5, 12-point lead for Northeastern. 27 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Hayes. Stolen by Tremblay. And she's up for the layup and in. Hillary Tremblay now with 5 points. And Hayes brings it back for Tupper. Down to 8 seconds remaining. Underneath. Nice pass underneath and 2 points for Leonard. Melissa Leonard with her first 2 points of the game. Long shot to end the quarter. 19-7 Northeastern by 12. Second quarter underway. Lumberjacks with possession. Hayes to Kennedy. Underneath for Bachant. That's Wendy Bachant. Stolen by Fay, but the Lumberjacks get it right back again. Desereau gets it and passes off to Marlowe. Marlowe cross court to Fay. Fay over for Tremblay all alone. She goes up and she's fouled by number 35, Wendy Bachant. That's her first and the team's third. Northeastern started the second quarter with Desereau, Debbie Tremblay, Lisa Marlowe, Hillary Tremblay and Jeanette Fay, and the Lumberjacks counter with Hayes, Kennedy, Leonard, Wendy Bachant, and Melissa Malerba. Tremblay, good. Now with 6 points, Hillary Tremblay gives Northeastern a 13-point lead, 20-7. Very, very early in this second quarter. Hayes underneath, off the front of the rim, rebounded by Tremblay, and she's fouled by number 44, Melissa Leonard. Full court press. Inbound to Marlowe. Marlowe, pass was partially blocked, and the Jacks almost come up with it. It's one thing they teach you in every sport. When a ball is thrown to you, you have to go to the ball. You can't wait for it, because that defender is going to come right up your back. Fay, back to Marlowe. Marlowe, Fay gets the shot off, hard off the glass. Out of bounds, and the Lumberjacks will get it. Bridget Hayes for Tupper Lake. Dribbles into the corner. Gets it back to Malerba. Malerba almost to travel. And Tremblay is going to pick up her second personal foul. And we're getting ready for a 100% change in players for Northeastern. Bushy, Wirestall, Miller, Gadway, and Bayshard into the game. And the Jacks are doing the same thing.
Switching 4 out of 5.
Becky Goldman into the game. And Faith Badour, Jennifer Bachant, and 43, Andrea Damaris into the game. 3-point attempt. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by Gadway. Gadway over for Bayshard. Bayshard. And she's fouled. Melissa Malerba with her first personal foul, and the team's fifth. That. Boy, is she embarrassed.
And some of her biggest fans are giving her
That's right.
Razzing. I wouldn't have done that last night if she did that against Peru, though.
No,
but,
no.
A little more serious game.
Would have been too important last night, but Bayshard got a laugh out of it. And traveling called. And Miller brings it back for Northeastern. Miller called for the travel.
Pushers.
And there's a little smile from Stacy after she hits nothing but net.
There was one Cougar fan who probably had little mixed emotions last night. The Albright girls are his nieces. Rick Frisbee, the athletic director here.
I didn't know that, but I'll tell you what, both of them, I think.
I assume they're sisters. I know the oldest one's his niece.
I believe so. Sarah had 18 points and her sister had 15, so 33 points between the two of them. Base shot, up and in. And the Sarah Bayshard fan club.
Yeah, they cheer her now, sure.
Yeah, cheer her now, but laughed at her a couple of seconds ago.
Yeah.
Bayshard with the slap away. Miller picks up the ball for the steal, gives it back to Bayshard. Passed up for Bushy. Bushy with the easy layup.
The New York fans are like that, though, Mike.
Wishy-washy, yes. Go with the winner.
Yeah, cheer you when you're up and boo you when you're down.
It's called the Bronx cheer, right?
Yeah.
And they say Philadelphia fans are bad. Slapped away by Miller out of bounds, and it'll be Tupper ball. Hayes and Kennedy back in for the Lumberjacks. Big lead for Northeastern. It's 25-7. Jacks have yet to score here in the second quarter. Hayes underneath for Damaris. Back to Hayes. Hayes for three. In and out. Out of bounds. And the Lumberjacks will keep it. Hayes gets the inbound. Damaris left all alone. Takes the shot. She'll take that. You're going to leave her alone 8 feet from the basket. She's going to pop it. And she did. That's the first 2 points in this second quarter. Bushy over the basket. Rebounded by Gadway. Now Wirestall. Slapped out of her hands. Wirestall gets it right back again. Stolen again by Bador. Back out for Kennedy. Kennedy shoots and too hard. Rebounded by Wirestall. Wirestall thought about passing down to Bushy, but then thought better of the idea. Gadway to Bushy. Bushy over for Miller. Miller high and through. Stacey Miller now with 4 points. A balanced attack for Northeastern. Wirestall with 4 points. Bayshard with 3. Bushy with 4. Fay with 4. Tremblay with 6. And Stacey Miller with 4. So quite a balanced attack. Gadway comes away with the rebound and passes off to Wirestall. Wirestall to Miller through her fingers, but she's able to recover. Back to Gadway. Over for Bayshard. Bayshard for 3. Off the glass and in.
Don't you have to call your bank shots?
That's right. It's like the old McDonald's commercial. Over the light. Over the river, through the woods, nothing but net. Slapped away by Bayshard, and after that missed foul shot, Sarah is on fire. Feed to Bushy, up and in. And Bayshard decides to fall right on top of the NCCS cat.
Cougar bitter, I think.
And a foul called on Northeastern's. I think it's Karen Wirestall. I'll wait for the official. Yes, Karen Wirestall with her first, and that's the team's 4th. Slapped away by Bushy, and I think Miller got the foul. Stacey Miller with her first. So that was a good block by Bushy. And Damaris is on the line to shoot 2. First one is good. Damaris now with 3 points. And it's a 32-10 ball game. Off the rim, rebounded by Bushy, outlet to Bayshard. And the Lumberjacks will get it back. Inbound to Kennedy. Kennedy to Hayes, gets it right back again. Bayshard all over, and she's called for the foul. Sarah Bayshard with her first personal foul, and that's the team's 6th. And Wendy Bachand getting ready to come back into the game. Underneath for Goldman. Goldman takes the shot. Rebounded by Kennedy. Out to Bador, and foul is called. Karen Weierstall with her second personal foul. Wendy Bachand is now in the game, and she replaced Andrea Damaris. Faith Bador on the line to shoot the 1-1. Rebounded by Weierstall. Weierstall gives it off to Bushy. Bushy hit from behind, gets the shot off anyway, and it's good. 8 points for Sarah Bushy. And Hayes brings it back for the Lady Jacks. Hayes back to Bador for 3. Rebounded by Bayshard. 2:20 remaining in this second. Gadway to Bayshard. Back to Gadway. Gadway can't get the shot off. Back to Bayshard, now Miller. Bayshard now Gadway open, takes the shot. Off the rim, rebounded by Kennedy. Kennedy doesn't know where to go. Finally gets it off to Bador, and now Hayes. Quickly passed down for Bachand. Now back to Kennedy. Hayes and Bador. Bador goes through the center, slapped away by Bayshard, but she gets it right back again. Kennedy, shot is off, and number 50, Becky Goldman, called for her first personal foul. And that's the team's 6th. And Northeastern with possession. Bayshard back to Miller. Full court press. Passed up for Bushy, now Weierstall, and she's fouled by number 35, Wendy Bachand. That's her second personal foul, and the team's 7th, so Northeastern will be in the bonus from here on in. Weierstall now with 5 points. For Karen Weierstall, and she gives Northeastern a 26-point lead, 36-10. Hayes to Kennedy. Damaris, or Bachand rather, rebounded by Bushy. Bushy up for Miller. And it's tipped by Bador, and it goes out of bounds, but I think that Miller may have touched that last. But Gary Butler says no. And Gadway gets the inbound. Now Bayshard back to Gadway. Miller, Gadway, over to Bayshard. Bayshard looking for the 3, gets it back to Gadway. Gadway over to Miller. Miller for a long 2. It's good. Stacy Miller, nothing but net. And it's a 28-point lead. 38-10 Northeastern. Under a minute now. We're up down to 55 seconds remaining. Damaris gets it out to Kennedy. Kennedy will take a long one off the rim. Rebounded by Hayes and blocked by Bushy. Bayshard to Bushy. Bushy gets it back to Miller, but a nice play by Bador to steal that. Bador, a long 2. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by Weierstall. 29 seconds left, and a long pass up to Bushy. And she's fouled by number 50, Becky Goldman.
That's close to intentional right there.
Yeah. I saw a whole lot worse get called as an intentional, but she grabbed her, but you know, she didn't really low bridge her. No chance for injury, I wouldn't think so. It's got to be frustrating for these Lumberjacks come all this way,
and they have to go back too.
And you have to go back.
That's even worse. You have to go back to Tupper Lake. You don't get to stay here.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Bador, wide open, takes the shot. Off the rim, rebounded by Weierstall. Down to 14 seconds left. Long pass up for Bayshard. Bayshard up and in. Sarah Bayshard now with 8 points. 5-4-3 seconds. A long three-point attempt off the rim. Taken by Bushy, and the first half comes to an end with a big 31-point lead for the Northeastern Cougars, who just held the Lumberjacks to 3 points in that second quarter. It's 41-10, and we'll be back in a second for the second half. Second half underway. Lumberjacks with a big hole to call out of with possession. Jacks start the second half with the Mariners who just took that shot. Also, they have Leonard, Malerba, Bador, and number 55, Jennifer Bachon, and Northeastern counters with Faye, Marlowe, Tremblay, Desereau, and Trombley. Marlowe back to Faye. Pass intercepted. Tremblay comes away with the loose ball off to Desereau. To Tremblay. Over to Faye. Trombley back to Tremblay. Marlowe back to Faye. Now inside for Trombley, and it's good. Debbie Trombley with her third and fourth point of the game, assisted Jeanette Faye, and it's a 43-10 game. Malerba. And Bachon. Stolen by Tremblay.
Listening to you struggle with Tremblay and Trombley out there,
tough.
Mike.
It's tough.
I'm reminded of what Foxy Gagnon told me. Somebody had mentioned to him one time. He says, in the North Country here, you can have a team with Gagnon and Gagnon and Gagnier and Gagne. And
Right.
you could have 5 different people out there, different names, and all be from the same family.
That's right. And it's similar to doing some of the NAC games when you've got almost, it sounds like the same people playing and they've just replaced each other. They're playing soccer. The Bobcats had a couple players with the same name. I don't know if they were related. I assume they were. But it is tough. Tremblay and Trombley and they for a long two, off the rim, rebounded. Desereau underneath, knocked it out of bounds, and I think she got called for the foul. What was her nickname last year?
Whose nickname?
Heather Desereau.
Heater.
Heater. That's what I thought. Heater Desereau, screaming underneath the basket to slap that ball away. Slapped away by Faye, but the Goldman gets it right back again. 3-point attempt off the back of the rim, rebounded. Oh, Heater gets another one. Heater with 2 fouls in 30 seconds. Calm that girl down, huh?
Getting mean out there.
Long two-point attempt off the back of the rim. Tom Lee comes away with the rebound. Jump ball called. Northeastern to get it. Tremblay. Over for Marlowe. Now Trombley. Back to Tremblay. Now Faye. Underneath for Trombley, and she's fouled by number 55. Jennifer Bachon. That's her first. And the team's first.
And are they going to call it a shooting foul? Yep.
Yep, shooting 2 on the line, Debbie Trombley.
She could have lost a shooting foul because she decided to pass after getting fouled. She didn't follow through.
She'll get another one. Violation, and the Lumberjacks will get it back. Bador with a nice move, dishes off at the last second, and a nice 2 points for the Lumberjacks. Melissa Leonard now with 4 points. Her first 2 in the second half. Faye for a long 2, it's good. Jeanette Faye with her first 2 second half points, says 6 for the game. Bador, bounce pass for Bachant. Bachant back to Bador. Bador for 3, off the rim. The Heater now with 3.
She have all the second half fouls. Cougars have 3 in the second half.
That's right. Tremblay comes away with the rebound. Passed up for Desiree. She can't keep it in, and the Lumberjacks get it back. Bador. To Malerba. Grabbed by Faye, and it's a jump ball. Lakes will keep the Lumberjacks will keep it. The Lakes.
The Lakers. It could be the Lakers.
It's been tough.
The Tuppers.
Shot. Inbounds to Bador. Bador. Back to Bachant. Off the glass in the rim. Rebounded by Tremblay. Passed up for Faye. Faye. Over for Tremblay. Underneath for Tremblay. A pretty pass. Slapped out. Faye thought about taking the 3. Snatched away by Bador. Stolen back by Tremblay. She dribbles straight in, takes the shot, and she's fouled. That's Becky Goldman with her 3rd personal foul, and Hillary Tremblay on the line to shoot 2.
After that battle the Cougars had last night, they kind of need this night off.
Well, I think they need to prove to themselves in the first part of the game like they did. Their outside shooting is there. Don't be afraid to use it. Tremblay now with, I'm giving the wrong player some extra points here. Her first second half point, that gives her 7 for the game. But the Cougars need that outside shooting. A nice shot by number 55, Bachant. That's her first 2 points in the second half, gives her 7 for the game. But that outside shooting, if they did last night what they did tonight early, their first, I think, 8 points. Faye off the front of the rim, rebounded by Tremblay. Gets the shot off. And Bador comes away with the rebound. Jump ball called. I don't know if I agree with that. Northeastern will keep it, but if they had scored their first 8 points from the outside against Peru last night, that would have opened up the center. And who knows? Sarah had 28 last night. She might have had 35. Who knows? Right in off the back of the rim and rebounded by Goldman. But the outside shooting is so important to the inside game. A one-handed shot off the front of the rim, rebounded by Tremblay. Tremblay back to Faye. Now Tremblay partially blocked and picked off by Goldman. Bador for 3. Faith Bador has taken, must be 5 of those 3-point attempts. That's the first one she hit. But that one was perfect, nothing but net. Northeastern substituting for the whole floor. Miller, Bayshard, Bushy, Wirestall, and Gadway into the game for Northeastern. It's a 46-19 lead for Northeastern, 25 points, or rather 27 points. Gadway off the rim, rebounded by Leonard. And Bedore goes down for Hayes through her hands, and Wirestall comes away with the loose ball. Long pass down for Bushy. Bushy back to Wirestall in the paint. Wirestall gets the shot off. And it's rebounded by Goldman. Hayes back to Bedore. Passed underneath, rebounded by Bushy. That last shot by Goldman. Passed up for Bayshard. Bayshard to Miller. Miller up and in. Stacy Miller now with 8 points.
Ooh. A little inbounding violation that Gary Butler let pass. Can't blame him one bit.
I was looking down, I didn't see it. Bayshard with the foul. That's her second. And the team's fourth. Brooke Arsenal into the game to replace Faith Bedore. 1:52 remaining in the third. It's 48-19. Northeastern by a bunch. Inbound to Leonard. Kennedy. Back to Hayes. Slapped away by Bayshard. Hayes gets it back, gets the shot off. Bushy with the rebound. It's a 3-on-none, 4-on-none. Passed up for Miller, and Goldman with the foul. That's her fourth. Becky Goldman with 4 personal fouls, and Northeastern will get the ball. That's the third team foul for the Lumberjacks. Miller inbounds to Gadway. Back to Miller, now Bushy. Gadway, Bayshard, Miller, Bushy, Gadway, Bayshard. Miller, Bayshard, Wirestall underneath, and she's fouled. And if that was on Goldman, she's out. And it is. Becky Goldman fouls out with 1:11 remaining in the third. Excuse me. Wirestall on the line. She'll get another one. And Wirestall makes it work. Aaron Wirestall now with 7 points. That's her first point in the second half. And it's 49-19. Hayes back out and off the glass and in. Michelle Fortier with her first 2 points. Miller to Bushy. Bushy, 17-footer off the rim. Rebounded by Leonard. Long pass down for Hayes. Hayes and fouled by Gadway. Erin Gadway with her first personal foul. Hayes will get another one. Off the rim, picked up by Wirestall. Wirestall, no place to go. Gets it to Gadway. Gadway intended for Wirestall, saved by Bayshard. Back to Gadway, Gadway to Wirestall, Wirestall to Bushy, Bushy up and in. And Sarah Bushy with her first 2 points in the second half gives her 11 for the game, and it's a 51-21 30-point lead for Northeastern, down to 13 seconds. Slapped away. Wirestill comes up with the loose ball up to Bushy. Plenty of time. And she looked up at the clock. And just as she looked up at the clock, it either caught her foot or she just lost control of the ball that went out of bounds. And Tupper Lake with an opportunity to get the last shot off. Stolen by Bayshard. Gadway to Bayshard for three. Off the glass and the rim. And that's it. Third quarter is in the books, and it's a 30-point lead for Northeastern, 51-21. And the fourth quarter will be underway in 1, 2, 3 seconds. Fourth quarter underway.
Ooh, over and back.
Lumberjacks committed the unforced turnover. It was inbound to Kennedy to Hayes, and Hayes went over and back on her own, not thinking.
And Jerry Butler for a split second says, should I call it? I guess I have to.
Yeah. Bayshard, it's good. Sarah Bayshard now with 10 points. And Hayes comes right back for the Lumberjacks. Stolen by Miller. Miller stops and pops. Rebounded by Bushy. Turn around, in and out. Rebounded by Bayshard. There was 3 Lumberjacks there, but they couldn't control it. Bushy for a 17-footer. In and out. Wirestall with the rebound. Up and in. Karen Wirestall finally gets the ball in. Northeastern had, what, 5 shots there? 5 shots in a row. Timeout called by Tupper Lake. A big 55-21 lead for Northeastern with 7:03 remaining in the fourth quarter. Lumberjacks put the ball in play. They're going with Bedour, Arsenal, Kennedy, Wendy Bechant, and who's that 5th player? The one with the ponytail hanging down. I can't see her number.
45.
Okay. Michelle Fortier. Northeastern counters with Bayshard, Gadway, Bushy, Miller, and Wirestall. Bedour. One at that 3, stops and shoots. Bushy with the rebound. Long pass up for Miller. Stacy with a nice play to keep the ball under control. Gadway off the back of the rim. Wirestall with the rebound. Cross for Gadway. Gadway to Miller. Miller back to Gadway. Gadway with the shot off the rim. And Wirestall gets the rebound. Fouled from behind by, I think, number 35, Wendy Bechant. Wendy Bechant with her 3rd personal foul. And that should be the team's 5th. Wirestall on the line to shoot 2. Wirestall get another one. And it's good. Karen Wirestall now with 10 points. And Jennifer Bechant into the game to replace Vicki Kennedy. Bedour. Bechant. Arsenal. Lumberjacks having a tough time penetrating Northeastern's defense. Excuse me. Bedour. And Miller called for the foul. And the Lady Cougars making wholesale changes. Faye, Tremblay, Marlowe, and Desereau into the game for Northeastern. I have to talk to Andy about putting Hillary and Debbie on different strings when they're going to do this, so they're not out there at the same time, and I don't have the tongue-tied problem. Stolen away, gotten right back again, out of bounds, and Northeastern will get it back. Faye inbounds to Marlowe. Marlowe back to Fay. Now Marlowe over for Tremblay. Tremblay, Marlowe, Fay. Cross to Tremblay with the shot off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Bachant. Outlet to Bador. Bador stolen. Now Bador gets it right back again. Cross court for Damaris, or Bachant rather. Rebounded by Marlowe. Fay to Tremblay. Blocked out of bounds by Bachant, Jennifer Bachant, that is. There's two of them. There's Wendy Bachant and Jennifer Bachant. You can only assume that they're related in some way. Inbound to Tremblay. A nice block by number 35, Wendy Bachant. Bador goes coast to coast and scores. Faith Bador now with 5 points all in the second half. Rebounded by the Lumberjacks, Leonard. To Arsenal. Bador, she'll take a three. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by the Lumberjacks, and I think the Heaters got 4.
Heater's going to be a seater pretty quick.
Ooh.
She gets another one.
Could be. Could be. Jeanette Fay out and Erin Gadway back in for the Lady Cougars. And it's good. Number 44, Melissa Leonard, now with 5 points, 3 in the second half. And it's a 56-24 game. Northeastern with a big lead. Tremblay back to Marlowe. Marlowe for a long two. Good. Lisa Marlowe with her first 2 points of the game. And Bador. Over for Malerba underneath. Leonard now with 5 second half points, 7 for the game. Tremblay back to Gadway. Gadway for 2 off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Leonard, outlet to Bador. A fine play by the Lumberjacks. It didn't work, but a fine play. Finally put up, and the Jacks get it right back again. This is Leonard, and it's a foul called probably on Marlowe, but we'll wait. Yes, Lisa Marlowe with her first personal foul. And the Jacks now in the 1-on-1. Timeout called. 3:35 remaining in the fourth. It's 58-26, Northeastern by a bunch. Melissa Leonard on the line to shoot the 1-on-1. And it won't fall, but a nice rebound by the Lumberjacks, number 43, Andrea Damaris. It finally gets knocked out of bounds, and the Jacks will keep it. Bador inbounds to Malerba. Back to Bachant. Now Bador for 3. Off the back of the rim, and Tremblay gets the rebound. We're going to have a jump ball. And Northeastern will get it. Marlowe to Gadway. Tremblay to Tremblay, up and in. Debbie Tremblay, a fine play. I like that. Heather Desborough cut through, took both Lumberjack defenders and left Tremblay right there all alone, and a perfect pass by Hillary Tremblay. And 4 points in the second half for Debbie Tremblay, 6 for the game. Who wants it? And I think Erin Gadway is going to pick up her second. Erin Gadway with her second personal foul, and she'll put Melissa Leonard on the line to shoot 2. Leonard now with 6 second half points, 8 for the game. And it's a 60-27 lead for Northeastern. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Gadway, and now Tremblay. Bounce pass to Gadway, out of bounds, and it'll be a Lumberjack ball. Vashon to Bedore. Bedore through the paint, up and in. Faith Bedore. Now with 7 points, all in the second half. Cross-court pass stolen by the Jacks. Off the glass, rebounded by Damaris, up and in. Andrea Damaris with her first 2 points in the second half, 5 for the game. And it's a 60-31 lead for Northeastern. Gadway to Marlowe, Marlowe to Tremblay, Tremblay with a turnaround. Tremblay with the rebound. And I think she's going to get the foul. Debbie Tremblay a little frustrated, I guess, because that nice attempt didn't fall. It's called for her third personal foul, and that'll put somebody on the line. I don't know who, Damaris maybe, for the one-on-one.
.146 to go.
That's a violation, and the Cougars will get it back. As Calvin said, 1:46 remaining in this fourth quarter. 29-point lead, 60-31. Northeastern with a big lead. Tremblay. To Marlowe. Marlowe gets it back to Gadway. Gadway over to Tremblay. Through the paint, dished off to Tremblay, up and in. Debbie Tremblay now with 6 second half points, 8 for the game. Arsenal to Bashan. Now Malerba. Off balance shot, rebounded by Gadway. Gadway to Marlowe. Marlowe, bounce pass, out of bounds, and it'll be Tupper Lake ball. Out of bounds, and the Jacks return the favor. 37 seconds remaining.
Looks like Jim Patno had seen enough.
Tremblay drives straight through, goes coast to coast, and it's good. Hillary Tremblay now with 9 points. Damaris up and in. Andrea Damaris now with 7 points. 19 seconds remaining. Desereau up and in. Heather Desereau, the heater, with 2 points. 11 seconds left. Damaris gets the shot off the rim, out of bounds. And the Jacks will keep it with 2 seconds remaining. Tremblay gets the loose ball as time runs out, and that's it.
So the Cougars double the score here on the visiting Lady Lumberjacks. 66-33 will be the final. And another viewer patron here at the ball game, Bill Engtill family, contributing tonight, renewing their viewer patronage. We certainly appreciate that.
Well, a one-sided game, to say the least. Northeastern with a big victory here. It was good to see, and as you said earlier, Calvin, it was a good game for Northeastern to have after that tough one last night. Gave the Lady Cougars a chance to take some outside shots and do some things that they weren't able to do last night. So maybe this is a little bit of a confidence builder. But Northeastern outscored the Lumberjacks. The game, of course, never in doubt, but they outscored the Lumberjacks by 19-7 margin in the first and a 22-3 margin in the second. Went into the locker room at halftime with a 41-10 lead. And in the third quarter, the Lumberjacks outscored Northeastern by an 11-10 margin with the help of a three-pointer by Faith Begor. Northeastern led by 30 after three, 51-21. In the fourth quarter, Northeastern outscored the Jacks by 15-12 mark for the final 66-33 victory. For individual scores for the Lumberjacks, Faith Begor with one three-pointer finished with 7 points, all in the second half. Melissa Leonard finished with 8. She had 6 in the second half. Michelle Fortier with 2. Michelle Malherbe with 2, Jennifer Basham finished with 7, and Andrea Namaris with 7. For Northeastern, Stacy Miller finished with 8, Hillary Tremblay with 9, Debbie Tremblay with 8, Jeanette Fay finished with 6, Sarah Bushy with 11, Sarah Bayshard with 1 three-pointer finished with 10, Karen Wirestall with 10, Heather Desereau with 2, and Lisa Marlowe with 2. So again, a good victory for Northeastern after that tough loss to Peru last night, and it puts Northeastern at 6-1, and we'll see what the rest of the league did tomorrow in the newspaper. Well, that's the way it was this 7th day of January 1997 at Northeastern Clinton Central School in beautiful downtown Champlain. Northeastern 66 and the Lady Lumberjacks 33.